Good day students, welcome to this workshop class in plumbing. Today we are going to see how to do GI pipe threading. Okay, the aim is to cut external half-inch GI pipe threads by using a pipe threading die and a die strap. This is the die strap. So the material required is half-inch GI pipe. This is a GI pipe, galvanized iron pipe of diameter half-inch. Today we will start doing threading. Threading is done basically to join two pipes. This portion is called threaded part. This is a threaded part. The spiral rings you can see is a threaded part. It is used to fix or to join two pipes together or to fix different fixtures onto the pipe. Okay, this is a diagram for the thread. It's half-inch GI pipe threading. You can see this is a pipe of length L. L is mentioned over here. The length required is 50 centimeter or 500 mm. Diameter mentioned is half-inch. If you convert it into equivalent mm, it's coming up to 21.3. It's as per the BSP standards, British Standard Pipe Standard. So half-inch will come up to external diameter of the pipe is 21.3. If you measure the pipe on the edges by the vernier caliper, you will get exactly 21.3. That's the external diameter. The internal diameter may vary as per the thickness of the pipe. So if you measure it exactly on the external, you should get 21.3 on the vernier. That's how we know that the pipe is half-inch GI pipe. Okay. This portion is called threading. Required length is 20 mm. Tools required. Today we are doing half-inch GI pipe threading. So for that purpose we require half-inch threading dies. These are the cutting tool. Half-inch of size required is half-inch. Okay, the threading dies. We have seen this before. The die stop. Okay. This is the spanner or special tool come along with the die stop to adjust the tightening screws over here. Oil can, the pipe wrench. This is a small bar we require to tighten the guide, a marker, hacksaw for cutting purpose of the pipe, a file, flat file, brush for cleaning, and some marking tools. Okay, steel rule you can use. Also measuring tape as well. A tri-square is used to see that edges what we are cutting is flat. Finally, this is a ripped coupling. With that, we can check the part is correct or not. Threading is done properly or not. We'll fix this later on the pipe. And a Teflon tape, it will give a watertight sealant on the pipe. Okay. The first operation here is cutting. Here the pipe we get 6 meter long pipe from the market. So I have cut it first into manageable size. From that, as per the required dimension on the drawing, we require to 50 centimeter. We have to cut it first. First, we will see which end is flat. Okay, with respect to the tri-square. From that date, we will mark a 50 centimeter. I will check it with the tri-square along the sunlight. Okay. This edge is slightly off, so I will use this edge. It's almost flat. Okay. Okay. I have to fix it in the pipe wise. You see that it holds firmly. Don't over tighten the handle over here, so it will damage the pipe. It will hold just firmly. From that, use a measuring tape. Okay. We'll mark a length of 50 centimeter on the pipe with the help of a measuring tape. Okay. Take a marker and exactly on the 50 centimeter mark, just mark a point over there. So that the workpiece is held tightly in the pipe vise, and the edge you are cutting, hold it close to the pipe vise, the cutting edge here. Okay. Firm enough. With the help of a tri-square, so cut the required length. First make a groove over there so that the hacksaw doesn't move around while cutting. Then you can start with cutting. Okay, I've just made a groove over here so that the hacksaw doesn't move around while we start with cutting. It's exactly at the 50 centimeter mark. Okay. Then place the hacksaw just over the mark, and then you should start with cutting. You go slowly first, and then you can speed up. See that the part is straight along the line. Okay, it should move perpendicular to the pipe. Just when you're about to finish, just see that don't apply too much pressure. Okay? Be slow. Okay, then you can break it off with your hand. Now these sharp edges, the burrs which are left over there, will clear it off with a file. Also, you can mount a workpiece straight here this way. Okay. And then give a slight chamfer on the edges. Okay, it's cleared now. Now that our workpiece is ready, start after a length of 50 cm. We'll move it to fix it to the pipe guide. This is a bench vise, this is a pipe guide. This is used for threading. It will grip the pipe at move points. It can grip it firmly. Okay. Just don't place it here close to the vise case. At least 1 foot away from the vise case, so that while doing the actual threading, the table doesn't come in the way of the die stop. Okay. Just at least 1 foot away from the vise case. Fix it here. Rotate the handle. Okay. Don't tighten it too much. It will damage the pipe over here. It will compress the pipe. Okay. At least 1 foot away from the vise space. Okay. It will be tight enough. For threading, today we are going to use the tool die stop and threading dies. So our size of the pipe is 1/2 inch. For that purpose, we have used a 1/2 inch threading dies, a 1/2 inch guide. Half number will be mentioned over here. See, here it is mentioned 1/2 inch. Similarly, on the die it will be mentioned half over here. BSP stands for BSP, British Standard Pipe Threads. The 14 number it will mention is number of threads per inch, TPI. That's a standard one. Okay, it will mention on both the dies. Okay, it mentioned only on one, but the 1/2 inch size mentioned on both the dies. The R which you can see over here, right hand threads. Okay, these dies also have a serial number. Okay, the same number 54 is mentioned on both the dies. So you have to select both the same number dies, and they should be of 1/2 inch. Okay, as per the diagram. The guide what I have selected should also be of 1/2 inch. It is mentioned over here 1/2 inch. This is a die stop. These are 2 screws for adjusting screws while doing the threading. This one is used to lock the guiding. The first step is to clean the die stop thoroughly. It should be free from all the chips. So dismantle the die, remove the guide block. Don't take out the handles, let it be there. Clean all the threaded parts properly first. See that it's free from all the chips. Okay. Clean these threads properly all around the edges. Okay. Okay. Now you can see these are the cutting edges or the cutting flutes on the dies. One edge it is slightly tapered over here. Okay, see them both the sides. That face you have to keep it up while fixing into the die stop. Got it? So threading dies carefully. The one side is having full threads over here. The other edges are slightly tapered over here. There is no threads or cutting edges over here. Okay, similarly on the other die. Here it's having full thread, so cutting flutes. Here it is slightly chamfered or tapered. So that edge you have to keep it on top while placing it in the die stop. So always place the die stop this way, flat onto the table. The tapered edge is on top towards you. got it. The tapered edge I'm keeping on top towards me and then putting in the die stop here. It's done. Then the guide block. Before that, both the screws should be out loose, okay? Then the guide stop. And this should be tight. With the help of a rod, insert in this hole provided and then tighten it. That's it. And the guide stop. After that, you can use the spanner provided with the die stop. Okay. Tighten it. Okay. See that both the handles are also tight. You can remove them as well. But see that they are tight before using the die stop. These both the screws should be loose. Just tighten it so that it just touches the dies over. It will push the dies inside towards the pipe while we are doing actual threading. So the die stop setup is done. So now we shall begin with the threading. Yeah, a buckle is mounted in the pipe vise over here, firm enough, tight enough, and now see that the guide face is towards the pipe first. Don't insert it this way. This is wrong. Got it? The guide should go the pipe first. It will guide the guide stop towards the pipe while cutting the threads. Okay? So guide first here. It will first initially it will slide. Okay, because we have not done any setting on this adjustment screws. It will slide. Okay? You have to adjust in such a way that both the dies should come closer towards the pipe, but this gap should be equal in both the sides. This gap. Okay? So you have to adjust this tightening screw or adjusting screws so that this gap is equal in both the sides. You have to see that. You have to just judge it by your eyes. Okay, don't measure it by one another. But see that this gap is equal on both the sides. Just an over tighten one side. This way it will damage the pipe. You will create a oval shaped pipe. You will damage the circumference. Okay. Now it is sliding over the pipe. Okay. You have to adjust it such that it is just holding the pipe. You don't slide this way. Okay. Now look at the adjustment. Okay. This way. Adjust both the adjustment screws equally. Okay. I have done that side. Quarter of a turn. Similarly this end. So that it doesn't move on the pipe. Keep on adjusting it equally, both the sides. So the die will come closer towards the pipe. Still it is moving. So you can adjust more. But see that the gap you are keeping it equal on both the sides. Still more. Okay, once you are almost there, you have to keep the die half on the pipe and half outside this way. Okay? Here, the cutting edges should be at least half outside and half on the pipe. Don't keep it this way and adjust. Okay? Final adjustment. Okay, from here I take it in more. I am also seeing that this gap is equal on both the sides. It's almost there, still moving. Okay, now it is locked. Okay, from here we will start with the threading. Just is slightly more, just a quarter turn at a time. If you over tighten it, that pipe will get damaged or it will get turned along the vise. Okay, here, now it is adjustment is done. Okay. Now we have set a die stop here. It's almost holding onto the pipe, not moving. So we can start threading. Before that, use oil. Okay. Don't run it dry because the cutting edges will get blunt or get damaged. Okay. Use oil while cutting. Okay. I kept the oil box over here so that the oil doesn't drop you have to push it towards the vice and then turn it clockwise. Okay, initially push it towards the vice. Okay, you have to press it and then turn for 1 or 2 turns. Okay, I'm pushing it and as well as turning it. Okay, I can feel that it's not cutting properly, so I have to adjust it, move and take it back. Okay, take it back again. The cutting is not cutting smoothly, so that I tighten it more further, slightly on both the sides. Here you have to keep the pipe, the die half outside on the and half on the pipe before adjustment. Okay, I have slightly adjusted it. One round is done, you have to stop until the pipe comes out of the die face. Okay, until it reaches the die face. You can come out at least on 1 or 2 threads away from the die face here. Don't do it further up to here. Okay, the length what is mentioned on the diagram is 20 centimeter, or else it should go at least halfway to the fitting. What fitting what we are using over here, it should go at least halfway to the fitting. From there you need to stop. Okay. Then turn it anti-clockwise. Don't take it out fully, half on the pipe and half outside the dies. Okay, here. Okay, adjust it more slightly, equally on both the sides. Okay. As far as possible, you have to maintain this gap equal here, this gap. Now turn it, half turn here full and take one turn backward here. So the cutting, the tips which are getting cut over here shouldn't get caught up in this cutting edges. It will damage the dies over here. It creates friction and will damage the cutting edges or the dies. Okay. So for that reason we are doing half turn forward, 1 full turn backward. Got it? From here, half turn forward, 1 turn backward. Okay. I'm taking it back area so that there is a chip breakage can be done over here. Okay, the chips get broken into smaller pieces. Okay, back, 1 full turn back. Once you reach your die face, you should need to stop over here, okay? Or else a 1 thread can be outside. Second round is done. Take it full outside, not fully outside, but half on the pipe and half outside. Here. Adjust the tightness to move. See that the gap you have kept is equal on both the sides. So maintain that gap equally. Don't tighten it too much at once. Use cutting fluid or oil. Okay. So if you do it faster than then you get a good finish on the threads. Got it? If you do it slowly, you get rough edges on the threads. You have to do it faster. This way. Okay, and stop up to here once it reaches the die face. Okay. After 2 to 3 turns, you need to check with the standard fitting what you have. Okay, this is the coupling. Now 3 rounds are done, and take it out fully. Chamfer the edges slightly with the help of a file. Only the edges, not the threads of it. Only the edges. You can see the external threads are starting to form over here. We check it with the standard fitting. Okay, it's not going now. You need to cut it more. You have to adjust the adjusting screws more and take few more turns. At least 3 to 5 turns more. Okay, then only the fitting will fit exactly on the pipe. Now that the threads are not at cut, it's unfinished right now. We have to do the repeated process at least 3 to 4 times again. Okay, so for that reason, you have to place the die stop back onto the pipe. So be careful. Okay? Exactly. Place it at the center. See that the dies are away. Exactly on the pipe. Then see that it just bites the thread what I have cut earlier. Okay. Okay. Now it is that threading. A bit more. Okay. Take 1 turn more. You can start from this position as well. Use oil in between. And now I can see that the pipe is turning the pipe patch. Okay, so that when you need to tighten the pipe patch a little bit more. Okay, tighten it more. Pipe shouldn't turn in the pipe patch over here. Got it? See that in between you take it back as well, so that the thick flat breaks. Okay, you shouldn't get caught up in the cutting edges. Stop when this pipe reaches the die face over here. Take it back fully. Now you can see the threads are almost done over here. You got a place B face threads over here. So we'll check it with the standard fitting coupling. Now you can see that the external threads are formed over on the pipe. You need to check it with the standard fitting. Okay. Before that, just slightly chamfer the edges, only the edges. Okay. Clean the pipe. It should be free from all the chips. The fitting, but we have half-inch coupling. Right? It should go in smoothly. Again, should go at least halfway through the fitting. Normally, it should go 2 to 3 threads by hand tightening it this way. The further tightening you have to do it by a pipe wrench. This way. So if you fit it directly, you won't get a watertight seal. Okay. For that reason, we use a water sealant or the Teflon tape over here. Previously, they used to use a jute and white color compound, calcium compound over it. So nowadays, we get Teflon tape. Okay. This is a Teflon tape over here. So bound it on the pipe along in the direction which you are using the fitting. Okay, this direction. The same direction you have to wound it onto the pipe. Take 2 to 3 turns. Cut it. This will create a watertight seal. Then fitting. And finally you have to tighten it with the pipe vise. Okay, this is done now. This is how the pipe threading is done. When further you use it for connecting two pipes together now. Okay, you can also fix a tape over here. Okay. This way you can join two pipes. Okay. So today I hope you have learned how to manually cut GI pipe threads by using a die stop and a die. Then fix the two pipes together. Okay. So I hope you have learned